Hi guys, so I figured I would do a couple of vlogs since I haven't done any in so long. So this first vlog I'm going to update on my new ink. I actually just got a new tattoo about, I would say about 2 weeks ago now. I got it on June 7th. So yeah, I'll insert a picture of what I took into my tattooist. Basically I went, for my last two tattoos, I went to a guy named Laurie, and he's amazing. Like, I love his work, I love the tattoos he did for me, and I had pretty much sworn that he would be the only tattooist I would ever go to. But the last tattoo I got by him, which was the one on my upper back for Caden, he was pretty much at that point, which was like 5 years ago, I guess. It was pretty much winding down, like, you know, all the years of tattooing was finally taking a toll on his body. He had a really bad back and all that. So, yeah, I don't think he's tattooing anymore, and if he is, like he said when I last saw him, he was only taking on small jobs, like, you know, probably no more than an hour. And obviously the tattoo that I wanted is going to take way more than an hour. And also, from where I live now, it's about, probably around about an hour's drive, hour and a bit. So I couldn't really be bothered driving all the way down there just for a tattoo. And Caden's dad recently got, what did he get? I think he got, he's recently gotten like 3 more tattoos. He only started getting them because he was with me. But he went and got, on his forearm, he's got Caden, and then on his bicep, I guess, he's got a sword, and he totally copied me. On my back I've got Caden, Mummy's Little Warrior, and he went and got Caden, Daddy's Little Warrior, like a banner going sort of around the sword. And then he just had his daughter, like last month, I guess it was. And so he went and got her name on his other forearm and her birth date. And the place he went to, he like highly recommended. He knew a lot of people that had already been there. And so I was like, yeah, that's in my area, I'll go check them out. I looked up their website online first, and they have got some like really good artists working for them, like nationally accredited. They've won like so many awards. So I just went in this one day. Yeah, I went in with my well, the little picture that I did up on the computer, my design, and I just like sort of walked up and just asked the first person that I saw. He was tattooing at the time. I just showed him my picture. He asked where I wanted it, and he was like, yeah, that's going to be about $440. And I'm like, what? I was expecting about $300. And then he was like, yeah, for the size, and there was a lot of detail in it and all that sort of stuff. So I was like, alright then. So I went and booked it in. Oh no, my battery's dying on this. Oh, I gotta hurry up. What was I saying? Just a second. Okay, I just put it on charge. Okay, I just put it on charge. Sorry about the quality of this. I've lost my SD card from my SLR camera, so I'm having to use the iPad. So the quality is not going to be as good. Anyway, what was I saying? I can't even remember what I was saying. Yeah, he said 440, whatever, so I went ahead and booked it in. I got some birthday money, so yeah, that helped with the cost of it. So yeah, I booked it in, and when I was booking it in, he was just like, oh, just 400, only $40 off, but still, whatever, $40. So yeah, I went in June 7th to get it done. It was pretty funny, like when I first went in, I could totally tell like his attitude towards me. It was like, obviously with my tattoos that I have at the moment, you don't really ever see any, like, I don't really wear anything that shows them, except for my upper back, that's seen in the warmer weather when I wear, you know, like, singlet tops, tank tops, that sort of thing. But anyway, I could just totally tell by his attitude towards me, like, how he was talking to me, and when I sat on the chair, he was like, do you have other tattoos? Because I got it on my lower rib cage, and the rib cage is supposedly the gnarliest place to get a tattoo. I could just tell, like, he was sizing me up. He was just like, this chick is not going to be able to handle it. Oh god, like, what am I in for? She's probably going to, you know, whinge and cry and just make his life difficult. I was like, no, not my first, this will be my 5th. And you just his whole attitude to me was just like, here we go. Oh god, it's got another one. Anyway, what was I saying? Sorry, I'm like off in la la land at the moment. Yeah, just his attitude. It was just like, yeah, I could totally tell that he'd sized me up to be this real wimpy, like, you know, precious little thing. But I take tattoos like a champ. I'm really, really good at sitting. I just sit there, I take it, I don't move, you know, I don't make life difficult. And even with the whole, like, tattoo designing process and all that, you know, I'm like, this is what I want. I might, you know, say like, oh, I wouldn't mind you changing a couple of things, whatever, just make it look like really nice and make it flow with my body and all that sort of thing. But I don't fuck them around. I know what I want, I go in and I get it. Simple as that. And so, yeah, as he was tattooing me, I'll stick in like photos of the process. I took a couple as he was doing it. Another customer came in and like walked up and he's like, you know, having a look, and he's just like, oh, does that hurt? And I'm like, no, actually, it's really, really good. And then my tattooist Mick was like, mate, she's not even moving. I'm like, yeah, I can totally take tattoos. But yeah, I would say for probably a good 70% of it, and I shit you not, like, I'm not lying at all, if it like really, really hurt me and really, really was unmanageable, I would just say, like, I've got no problem saying, you know, if a tattoo hurts. But seriously, for about 70% of it, I either didn't feel it at all, no shit, I'm dead serious, or if I did feel it, it was like barely anything at all. Like, I could feel something happening, but there was no pain. And then I would say for about 2 parts of it, like right on the inner edge of my rib cage, those 2 parts like hurt. Not enough to, like, you know, squirm and be all like but like enough just to be like, oh yep, yeah, I can feel that. And then right at the very end, probably I would say the last 10 or 15 minutes, he was just going back over and, you know, touching up a few things, and he added in some bits of white, and oh my god, that was, oh, not so great. Like, to begin with, it just felt like he was like scrubbing on my skin like over and over and over, and it was just burning. And then it literally felt like he had grabbed a drill and was drilling holes in my ribs. Like, oh my god, it was, if I had to put up with that for the whole tattoo, there's no way I could have sat through the whole thing. That was just intense. As he was like doing it, I was like I could feel myself really tensing up, and I was like sort of like moving away. Like, I wasn't jerking around or anything, but I could, like, I was just sort of sinking into the chair that I was laying on. And like, I was just like, oh yeah, I can feel that one. But yeah, it was probably for only about 10 or 15 minutes, and totally worth it. I love my tattoo. It came out so good. It took him 2 hours. He said that because I sit so well for tattoos, it shaved off easily about an hour of time of what it would have normally taken him to do it. So I think that's about all I have to say about it. In terms of like the healing process and all that, on the first day, you leave the he put on cream, and then he put on like a dressing, and you're supposed to leave that on for 1 to 3 hours, and then after that you have a really hot shower, like as hot as you can handle it, because that just helps with the healing process. And then after that, while you're in the shower, you wash it with antibacterial like body wash or hand wash. I use the Dettol one, just the original, the one that's like a yellowy colour. And you do that for 2 to 3 days, and then at that point you're supposed to wash at least 3 times a day with the antibacterial wash, and then on about day 3 you start using an antiseptic cream, and I use bepanthen. It's what I've used with all of my tattoos. It's, I think, mainly used as like a nappy rash cream, but it's been used for tattoos for like ages. So then, yeah, then from about day 3 you use the bepanthen at least like 3 times a day, 3 to 5 times a day. So yep, I've done all that, and then when was it? Probably after the first week, or within the first week after having it done, I had 2 days where it was like mad itchy from, you know, just the skin healing. But now it's been 2 weeks and 1 day, so yesterday was 2 weeks since I got it done, and it's completely fine. It's not completely healed yet. It takes about 3 weeks, because like when I do scratch it, it does at times feel like a little bit tender, but yeah, now I can like touch it, rub it, you know, it's no dramas at all. In the first couple of days it's like super tender, not so much sore, just tender. So when you're like rubbing or when you're washing it or rubbing in the cream, it is like you've got to do gentle and, you know, go slow. But then by the end of like the first week, it's totally fine. You know, you can just get the cream and like rub it in as you normally would. And then yeah, now because it's already healed so well, I'm not putting the cream on daily. Like I'll put it on if I think it needs it, if it looks like it's a little bit dry or whatever. But other than that, yeah, it's really good. It looks great. I'm going to go in for touch-ups in maybe a week or 2. Just because the white that he put in it, it's faded out a bit, and I just want that white in there to make it really pop. And there's a couple of bits that he needs to go back in and refill with black, because yeah, just needs it. And he does touch-ups and all that for free, so that's all good. And I'm going to take my nan in with me because she flies in on Wednesday, and she's looking at getting a tattoo too, because I was texting my tattooist last night, and just like talking about my nan, and he was like, yeah, full keen to ink her, and I'm like, that's awesome, man. Like, me and my nan being tattooed by the same person, that's so cool. If you don't know, I'm like super into tattoos. I love tattoos. I love getting them done. I love how they look. I love tattoos on guys. Oh my god. Like, I don't think there's anything sexier than a guy with tattoos, and good tattoos. I'm not talking like, you know, shitty backyard job. I mean like really nice ones. So I guess I will go ahead and show my new tattoo. The quality of this is really shitty, and the camera adds 10 pounds, so just keep that in mind. No judgments. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here it is. Ignore my fat roll line. That's it there. So you can see it's fairly big. I actually wanted it half that size, but he said because of the size of the writing, I needed it that big. But yeah, really happy with it. So it says, where there is no struggle, there is no strength. And then it's got the dandelion with all its seeds flying off into the breeze, and there's like swirly shading that shows the breeze. So yeah, there's that.